Welcome back, folks. Now we're going to take that chair and we are going to make it spiffy looking. All right, so a couple things we can do because we can't just leave it plain. That's boring. All right, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and you could do whatever meets your fancy. First, let's make the back look really cool. I'm going to grab a work plane in the upper right corner, put it on the back of my chair. Whoa. And then we can come down here. We can find something cool looking to put on there. Maybe the roof piece. No, the roof piece is no good. Maybe, how about just a cylinder? Put a cylinder out there. I'm going to make that cylinder smaller. All right, maybe I'll make it 2 by 2. You can do whatever you want. Not very long. So I'm going to just stretch it out because it's going to be a hole. And then if I click on front, I need it to poke through. So I'm just going to pull it so it pokes through. Look at that. So it pokes through. And I guess I'll move it over there. There we go. Check that out. So we got it stabbing through. Now we're going to make that into a hole. We can cut that out. Before we do, let's make a couple of them. I'm going to hit duplicate, and I'll move it down. What's cool about duplicate is whatever I moved it 6 millimeters. If I hit duplicate again, and again, and again, it keeps moving them 6 millimeters. And then I can select all those holes, duplicate again, and I'll use the arrow key. I'll move them over, and I'll do duplicate again. I got a whole bunch of holes. I can select all that, and we can group it. All right, that's one thing you can do. We could pull out a box like this. All right, we can rotate, let's say 45 degrees. I'm going to make that a hole. It needs to be going through my object, so I'm just going to pull it back a little bit. There we go. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to copy and paste. I'll move this one over here. All right, and now if we group everything, it's going to cut away the top of the chair. All right, pretty cool. Put my work plane back on the bottom. What else? We could do arms. What if we clicked on the seat bottom? I could bring out a rectangle. And let's make this rectangle really skinny, like 1 millimeter. Look at that. That thing is so skinny. All right, and we'll make it a little shorter. I don't know, like 15. Just making up numbers. Let's align this. I'm going to use the align tool, which we just learned. Click on the chair so it doesn't move. And then I'll click on that guy and that guy. Look at that. Okay, now it sticks out a little far. That's okay. Now here's something you can do. Under shape option, there's something called radius. And if you move this, you see how it changes the radius? So I'm just going to add a little radius to those corners. Okay, so try that. Pause video, try that. And I'm going to copy and I'll paste that. And I'll move it over. All right, and again, I'll align it on this side with my align tool. Click on my chair bottom. And I'll click on the align tool right there. And then let's cut a big hole out of that. So I'll pull out a box. All right, put it right there. I'm going to make my box smaller than that. There we go. And I'll pull my box in this way. It needs to be sticking out this way. We're going to make that into a hole. So we'll cut that out and make it a little taller. Radius it so it matches the outside. Or maybe we'll put it right there. And we'll lift it up just a little bit. There we go. Check that out. Does it come out the other side? It does. Let's group all that. Check that out. And we'll put the work plan on the bottom. So feel free to play around, experiment. What if I pulled out a sphere? All right, I aligned all that. Click on the chair. Then I could center my sphere, make the sphere a hole, group all that, right? So play around, make something that looks cool. Look at the bottom of it's cut away now, all right? You can even add things to it. I could put a work plane on this weird angle. I could pull a cylinder out. I can make that cylinder really narrow. Look at that, sticking off the top. Select both. I could align it, click on the chair, put it right in the middle. Well, that didn't work. Click on that side. There we go. Look at that. And then I'll put the work plane back on the bottom. I can put one on the other side. All right, so play around. Make your chair cool and unique looking. All right, it's your design, your object. In the next video, we're going to put it all together.